Well, thanks everybody for joining us. My name's Ken Ashby with Masterlinq. I'm here with Kevin Flynn as well. And we're going to go over e-commerce in 2026 and what it takes to succeed, or at least from our opinion, and what we're seeing work and maybe not work, and infrastructure needs and that kind of thing. So we're going to jump right in here and get started. So why this matters now is because online shopping is exceedingly growing. We're seeing more and more sales from online, but also even if you're not like a big e-commerce player or have that interest, 70% of consumers research their purchase online before they make that purchase, and that goes for online purchases and in store. And so what's going on here is even if that person's walking into your store and you're like, great, I just got to walk in, the odds of that person having researched a product, service, or something before they made that trip is not only likely, it's the majority of the time that's happening. And so this is just another reason of why this matters. And then consumers are spending more online as a whole too. We're seeing this number grow. So nearly 20% of all U.S. retail is coming from e-commerce now, and that number is growing. It's getting bigger every year, and I don't see. I think Kevin and I are both in agreement that we don't see that changing anytime soon. That momentum is going to keep building. And then the last thing here, why this matters, is local searches turn into in-store visits, as I mentioned before. And Google is one of the only platforms where you as an advertiser can determine if you want to serve an ad after the person's already done the search. So the intent of that person is very, very high. So that's why that matters. And it translates into in-store traffic as well as online sales. So the big brands and where they're investing currently is really in like building out their supplier connections. So not having to rely 100% on their own inventory, but being able to leverage other suppliers like QVP and HLC and take less inventory risk. As well as financing and payment options. So this has become a big thing, obviously, with Synchrony and retailers being able to offer like 12 and 18-month financing options on the product page or at checkout, as well as just in general different payment options. So this would be like Amazon Pay, Apple Pay, Venmo, PayPal, all these other different checkout options. Having these seamlessly integrated into your website not only helps conversion rate, but I think it just helps people trust you more because usually those payment options are only offered through, a payment portal that is well established, like Stripe or one of these other bigger ones. Um, Digital marketing is another huge investment for these guys. This is where they're putting the majority of their advertising dollars. It's just easier to track than traditional. It's also way more effective, and you can actually prove your ROI and see it directly that you can't really do with traditional marketing. And people are primarily, I mean, Google's still the low-hanging fruit, but Meta and YouTube are still big. YouTube is where adult males 25 to 50 are spending a lot of their time for entertainment. So that's why that channel's growing. And then OTT video, that's over the top video. That is basically running TV commercials. But you have a lot more control over who you target, where you target, and you also have the ability to track conversions and ROI from those as well. And those are very, very inexpensive. So that's one I've seen here recently, some of the larger retailers kind of leaning into that a little bit. And then online experiences that convert. This would be an example of like messaging and merchandising on the website that helps build trust, helps people trust you more, and helps basically to make promises that you can then deliver on.